First of all, the first thing that I do is I welcome the children into the library. We assign them name tags and colors because we divide the children in different groups by colors. The next thing that we do is I take the children and I bring them through the library, showing them the different parts of the library that we have, showing them books, our computers, asking them questions about what they want to do when they grow up, and getting them familiar with our library. The next thing is that we sit down and tell them a story. When I select the short story for them, I select something that is in a thematic unit. I select a book that is going to correspond, and it's going to be the same type of questions that we can ask through the storytelling hour, through the smart tables, through the iPads. So it's something that we can keep encouraging to use and be repetitive in the questions that we asked. We divide our children into different groups by the color of that we assign to them. We usually have 4 to 5 children per group. We take them and we put them into the group, and we say one group goes into the smart table, one group goes to the iPads, one group goes into our computer, and we go ahead and we give them 15 to 20 minutes. Then we change stations. We ring a bell and we change the station. But as the children and the parents are working, it's supposed to be an interactive moment between the child and the parent. And what I do is I go around each workstation and I make sure that the parents are asking questions to the children. What did you learn? What does the animal do? Just like we did it in the story. The important thing is that we want to stimulate the children's mind. We don't want these expensive computers or technology just to be a PlayStation. We want them to learn from it. So I go ahead and I try to show the parents, ask questions. What color is it? How many do you have? And the children start counting, start looking at the colors, start looking for the animals. Does the animal, when we show the thematic unit about the book and the module, because we develop modules and we select the module based on the book. They came to the library to learn, to have fun, to check books, to play with iPads, not play, but learn with the iPads, with the smart tables. And then we took our parents and we showed them how to read to their children, how to ask questions. We also had another workstation where you sit down with your parent and you take a book, and we have the interaction of the parent reading to the child. When the parent reads to the child, you have to ask questions. What did it say? What do you think it's going to be about? We ask all these questions so the child's mind is stimulated the whole time, and the child likes that moment that they spend with their parents. Also the facilitators. We had students that were facilitators, and they were assisting us in the smart tables, in the iPads, with the reading, with the computers, and the whole time it was a learning process. The whole time that you're here, you can have fun, but it's a learning process. We also had puzzles at the end. When we read to the child, if they were not interested in reading, we had puzzles so that they could work with puzzles. We had hand activities where they could do hand activities. So at the beginning of the program, I handed out a survey, and we asked questions. How many times have you been to the library? How many times have you checked books? Are you familiar with computers? Are you familiar with smart tables? So we had a count. We handed surveys to the facilitators of how they first saw the child when they came in. And at the end of the program, they surveyed the same child how much the child had developed through the program, how confident he was, how he recognized the programs, what stories did the child like, which ones were the most important to him. I created this survey to ask the parents, how did they feel the child learn? What did the child learn from this program, the experience that they have with our program? And that's how we kept measurement in our program.